I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone.
They might be going to call George Brett out.
Well, he's out.
Yes, sir.
Brett is out. Look at this. Brett is out. And
He's steaming mad.
he is out.
Swung. Fly ball deep left center. Grissom on the run. Yes! 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 The Atlanta Braves have given you a championship.
Auburn going after it. Here's a good snap. It is blocked. It is blocked. It's caught on the run. It's caught on the run. He's going to score. David Langner. David Langner has scored. And Auburn is tied the game.
It's good! It's good!
It's good.
It's good!
It's good.
It's good!
Van Tippen has won the ball game.
Alabama has beaten Auburn!
I'd like for the people to remember me as being a winner, because I ain't never been nothing but a winner.
Hello, welcome in to the Total Chat Sports Podcast number 65 on the list. This is Chad Watson coming at you once again as we break down everything that's going on in the NFL, college football world, just basically anything. We do a little bit of history talk. We do a live show throughout, so welcome to the chat if you're here. You can join the chat by joining any kind of social media. Hit us up, follow, like us, subscribe, all that stuff. Hit the little bell on Twitter, Twitch, X, whatever you call it. Coach Grizzle TV, Instagram too. What else is there? TikTok at Coach Grizzle. You can pretty much search that and you'll pretty much find us anywhere. You got us on YouTube Live. You got us on Twitch Live. Thank you almost for joining in. We already got a couple people in here. Got Captain Yorkie always in here. How about them Cowboys already throwing up that in there? I feel like they're just a spectacle. They're just like it's like a clown. It's like it's pretty cool one time and then it's just awkward a bunch of times and they just can't seem to get it right. They got stomped. They got absolutely stomped. And there's no reason for your team to be very good. This man is a Saints fan, by the way. Who else we got in here? Welcome, Aaron. Welcome to the chat. Yeah. People don't know about that. People don't know about that. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, so your team's not supposed to be that good. And you're not supposed to beat the brakes off of teams. You're not supposed to do certain things like that where the Falcons go off and beat the Eagles because Saquon Barkley can't catch a pass. And Kirk Cousins is not 100%, but he's ready. He's there. I mean, there were so many. The red zone offense has to get better for the Falcons. That was pretty criminal, in my opinion. It was like watching the same thing as last year. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna kick field goals the whole time. All right, great, break. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, I don't know how good the Browns are or how bad the Browns are because if the Cowboys beat the brakes off them, Saints came in here. That Shaheed guy, he's a stud. He had 4 catches, 96 yards, and a touchdown. That's wild. I mean, he's been good. Like, I forgot what he had in the first game, but he had a touchdown in the first game. Because I was literally watching the game, and then all of a sudden I saw, boom, touchdown. I was like, oh, hey, who's that guy? And everyone's like, there were also, like, Saints fans in the place I was at, and they were like, oh, who's that guy? I don't know who that guy is. Nobody cares about Boomer Sooner. Where's the Trash Pandas hat? Right here. Do we make the switch? Do you not like the Dog Dad hat? We just keep that back here as like a souvenir. So you all know that I am a dog dad. We'll just switch it back to the. You just keep this hat. Is that what's happening? Michael Jackson from Derek Carr was icing on the cake. Rock the dog dad, dude. Yeah, it's got to be. We'll wear that one tonight. We'll wear this one tonight. I'm not even wearing glasses tonight, too. I guess I'm just. Hey, screw my eyes. No idea what I even did with the glasses. There's Ladybird, though. Hey, Ladybird. Hey, sweetie. Oh, trying to make an appearance. Hello. Hello. We're over here just making appearances. We're over here ruining stuff. You're listening. You're just like, what is going on right now? You're watching. You see a dog. A pretty dog. A goofball that just wants to be on the center stage. She threw up in my car, by the way. True story. This is all live. This is all live podcast. This dog threw up in my car. Literally right before the podcast. That's not the reason why it was probably a few minutes late. But yep. She threw up something green. Like she ate some grass, maybe. Had to clean it up. It was gross. Yeah, being a Braves fan hurts. Last time I saw it was 2-1. Is it not 2-1 anymore? Hey, girl. This is all on Wednesday. So if you're listening to this, it's probably over. Yeah, the Braves are 5-1. And how about Ozzy hitting a home run in AAA? Oh, thanks. Like, right when you need it. Can you make a push? Ow, dog. Nails in my skin as we're doing this. Yeah, 2 games back. 2 games back. Or what is that? 2.5 games back from the Diamondbacks. So the Diamondbacks could fall. The Diamondbacks could fall. The Braves could just surge and win. You don't know. Don't have hate in your heart. Don't have hate in your heart. Okay? They got to play the damn Reds, Marlins. We talked about this before. Reds, Marlins. Mets and Kansas City, damn it. Dog. Go away. Lay down. So, I mean, there's still a chance. There's still a chance. You can't lose games. You can't lose a 1-0 game to the Reds in a game that you made up and you had to win. You can't go over here. I mean, really, you split the game with the Dodgers if we're being realistic. Yes, cool. But you can't split with the Nationals. You can't. You gotta sweep the Rockies when you're playing them. because you sat there and took 2 out of 3 from the Blue Jays. Just keep winning. We've already talked about this. Just keep winning. There's no reason for all these teams to not be good. It's the city that sucks, and that's the truth. Everyone says it. Not just people that are fans or people that actually live around the area. If it was actually more of this, like, there's plenty of places that claim to be like the bars and everything like that, and that's what I enjoy. I like that. You can't be like here where it's like there's not really a bar for that. There's not a bar for Atlanta. There's not a bar for Tennessee. There's not a bar for the Braves. In Gadsden City, apparently, there's a bar for the Braves. What's up, John? Welcome. Well, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Should have taken 3 out of 4 from the Dodgers. You just got shellacked in the last 2 games. You get score all your runs in the second game. I'm thinking about going to the last Huntsville City game. Huntsville City FC. They're playing Cincinnati this weekend. I think it's on Sunday at 6. I might go. Just depends. Their last home game, then they got to play Carolina Core and then New York City FC too. They're not making the playoffs. Not very good. No, not very good. They beat the brakes off of Atlanta United, and Nashville SC beat Atlanta United. So, congrats on both teams. Being 6-3 over the weekend. I think Nashville is playing right now. Columbus maybe or something. I don't know. It's soccer. We're talking soccer. Who cares? Talking about football, like the real football Americana, and baseball, because baseball is awesome. And baseball's still on, damn it. Baseball's still on. Remember that. Y'all quit forgetting. I'm like that when the Braves don't make the playoffs. I probably won't watch the World Series like I didn't last year. Who won? Oh, yeah, the Rangers. We know. We know who won. They played the Diamondbacks. Don't act like we don't know baseball. We don't watch baseball. Because we do. And we're sad. Because our team sucks. Like, this team blows. And then it's like, you have all this offense, and then you won't have any offense, and then the bullpen sucks when you do have offense. And it's like, what the hell are we doing? And you lose games like the Reds, who scored in multiple innings just like you did, and beat you 5-6. Or 6-5, whatever. Going from the loser perspective. I got 3 out of 2. Or I got 3 and 2. 3 and 2 for my picks this week. So that was decent. It was all right. Hope to get better. We're like 11 and 9, I think, right now. No, wait, that wouldn't make sense. What are we? Or 11 and 11 and 9. We're 11 and 9 right now. That doesn't make sense. We're 11 and 9 right now. We're not a better, people. We're not a better. And I mean, realistically, if I bet on any of NFL this weekend, I may have done all right if I picked the underdog a bunch of times. Because that was ridiculous, honestly. We'll talk about it in a second. We're talking about we're talking about NFL first. I mean, we'll talk about NFL first. Talk about underdogs. We don't know shit about football. Because why? Saints beat the Cowboys. Buccaneers beat the Lions. All right. Vikings beat the 49ers. Commanders beat the Giants, but Raiders beat the Ravens. Cardinals beat the Rams. Okay. And all of those teams had no business beating those teams, especially the Vikings over here beating the San Francisco 49ers. And then they're trying to play this video of Darnold being like, you never should have cut me. Yeah, no, they should have cut you. Brock Purdy's pretty good. Kirko Cousins. I mean, you could say big upset. That was from the Monday night game in prime time. That was just a great drive. The offensive line played great. Defense played great. You had a couple of miscues that, like, we talked about it. There's miscues. If Saquon Barkley doesn't catches that pass, we're not talking about this. If Drake London doesn't do a stupid shooting thing and then Koo misses the field goal, we don't even know where it would have gone. Honestly. Because, I mean, that was stupid on Drake London's part, even though Koo's automatic. But that was stupid on his part. And I listened to Raheem Morris talk about it, and he was like, he didn't mean any ill will. It's like, I don't care if he meant any ill will. It's a stupid celebration. It's happened in a college game. It's happened in the NFL game. It's a stupid celebration. It's really stupid with everything going on right now. And I'm not trying to get political. But it's just a stupid celebration that makes no sense at all. Why are you sitting there? First of all, it's not on the kickoff, which is honestly could have like hurt worse if it was on the kickoff. But then the kickoff is the same stupid ass kickoff thing that we're talking about. This new kickoff rule. It worked out for the Falcons, but it moved Koo back from having to do an attempt. So you're looking at a 47-yard point extra point attempt, which is stupid in itself. And yeah, like, and I get it. Like, I wish he had just said, I didn't appreciate that. Nobody should do that again. That shouldn't be a celebration. He should literally speak up and not be like, oh, he's trying to do it for his people. He's trying to do it for the people, his fans in the crowd. Come on, like, just say no. He shouldn't have done it. It's honestly a really bad celebration in my opinion. It's just like a, what are you talking about celebration? Like, why would you even do that? You know you're gonna get flagged for that. And first of all, it's not a great celebration at all. Like, do a dance, do something funny, do something cool. Like, I mean, that's cool. But that whole throwing guns up and doing that other stuff, like, no, come on, you can't do that. There's no reason for it, especially with nowadays, especially with being so close too. I mean, like, that's just inexcusable. But the game itself was great. I mean, Darnell Mooney with the touchdown, right? Drake London with a touchdown. Bijan Robinson just doing enough, making blocks that Devontae Freeman would never be able to do, or could do, or will ever do again. I mean, that was just a good game. He averaged more than Mr. Saquon Barkley. Falcons are gonna have a problem giving this guy money. That's gonna be the problem. 2-minute drill was on point. That's the reason why Kirk Cousins is like Matt Ryan, basically, with those fourth quarter comebacks. I'd have to look up this stat. I'll have to look this up because I was thinking about it today when I was working. Let me see fourth quarter comeback NFL records or something like that. Because, like, Matt Ryan was up there. So this is like since 1950. Tom Brady has 46. Peyton Manning, 43. Ben Roethlisberger has 41. Matt Ryan had 38. He was fourth. Drew Brees had 36. He was fifth. Kirk Cousins has 23. He's 24th on the list. Out of all the active players right now, well, yeah, Andy Dalton has 25. Eli Manning had 27, which he's not active, but Derek Carr has 28. Russell Wilson has 31. And Matt Stafford has 35. He's 6th. And then after Matt Stafford, 7th, Unitas Marino is 8. Elway is 9. Russell is 10. Phillip Rivers is 11. Fran Tarkenton, 12th. Vinny Testaverde, 13th. And Derek Carr is 14th. And then 15th is Brett Favre, right above Eli Manning. I mean, this is the reason why they got him in there. And like he already said, like, he wasn't 100%. I get that. He probably wasn't 100%. But to be able to show some play action and do all other stuff and being able to generate some offense when you need it, when you have not been able to see that in a long time, honestly, without it becoming a fumble or a bad interception, not like last week, not like last week, but not like the week before against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I see it. Like, they run a completely different defense, and they have a better pass rush off the edge. Like, I honestly understand what the Falcons tried to do. It was a 1-week feel. We overreacted. They're 1-1 going into week 3. there was a lot of great upsets this week. That was the one thing about the NFL that I really enjoyed, was that it wasn't like a bunch of blowouts because a bunch of favorites were going up against these teams. Like, it's really like screwed up a bunch of stuff. Like, this is crazy, all these teams that ended up winning this week. And can we talk about Tua? I mean, we've talked about it, and I think we've we'll definitely talk enough Alabama stuff. But can we talk about Tua and how? What's your opinion on that? Like, my opinion is, let him, if he wants to play. But if he's at that point where it's completely dangerous, I mean, football is dangerous as it is. I don't want to see that again. I don't want to see him do the hand thing again. I don't want to see him like go completely brain dead and just be like it is just an absolute problem. Yeah, he needs to retire. I got rid of him on Sleeper. By the way, you can get Blake, if you're an Alabama fan, you can get Blake Sims on Sleeper. I thought about getting him. Might have a real upside. Real upside. But yeah, I had picked up Derek Carr as my because there's a 2-quarterback league, and I've got Caleb Williams. I had Caleb Williams and Tua, and I had to drop him. Yeah, he needs to retire. It's not good, and it's not fun to watch, and it's not. I think even with his hip, I think his hip was a problem. The tightrope ankle alone, I mean, I can only imagine. Like, the tightrope surgery on his ankle, the hip surgery, the multiple concussions. Didn't he fall on his shoulder or something? Didn't he have like a shoulder injury too? When he came back from LSU or when he came back from what's it called? Mississippi State? Because he hurt his hip in that Mississippi State game rolling out. But he also, like, Jalen Hurts had the same thing. I watched Jalen Hurts sit there and do the little ankle stretches right before the LSU game in 2018 because they didn't know, like, who's going to play. And I knew who was going to play because Tua was dressed out. They just brought Jalen out to, like, maybe, like, be like, oh, who's going to start? Like, because, you know, the camera was on him. They're like, who's going to start? He was stretching. He never even dressed out. And then Tua came out. And it was like, oh, shit. And then they beat him 26-0. Derek White was linebacker. It was a good-ass LSU team. And the year before, and then the next year, they won the national title. Holy shit. But, no, it was, he needs to retire. When we're talking about Tua, we're talking about head injuries, multiple concussions. Just let the young Skylar Thompson come in there and play. And let's just see, like, maybe the Dolphins can pick a quarterback high in the next draft. They can be Jalen Milroe. He doesn't go number 1 overall. Talking about, well, should Shadur Sanders go number 1 overall? I mean, we can't sit here and say that Carson Beck's going to go number 1 overall. Why wouldn't it be like some crazy freaking take to say, oh, Jalen Milroe could go number 1 overall? Because he's over here throwing the 3rd best deep ball in returning players outside of Quinn Ewers and I think it was Carson Beck. Or no, it wasn't Carson Beck. It was Quinn Ewers and McCaffrey. And Quinn Ewers is the only other player that's there. Oh, so when you're one of the best deep ball throwers and you're doing all these video game numbers on the ground and in the air, I think you might be able to go number 1 overall. But hopefully, if he does, it's not the Panthers. And he goes to the Panthers. Because even Jalen Milroe, if Jalen Milroe, Carson Beck, whoever, Quinn Ewers, Shadur Sanders, if you want to say it, like, I don't know if they're gonna go there or not. You know, I mean, I don't see that happening. And then it'd be like, oh gosh, if he went to the Panthers, it's like everyone's gonna get broken if they go to the Panthers. I'm just like still in awe that the Atlanta Falcons beat the Eagles. And all your trash talk, Eagles fans, suck it. Philly fans, you suck. Go Dirty Birds. All day, every day. It's awesome to beat you on prime time. I get it's week 2. Just like last year, they beat the Packers week 2. Big game. Bounce back game. And Yeah, lose to the Vikings or lose to somebody bad. But they got to play the Chiefs. So that's going to be a fun game. This week, or this Thursday, coming up, we got Patriots-Jets. That's on, oh, God. That's the Thursday night game. It's always, oh, man, that's a disgusting game. It's always a rivalry game. That's why I like Thursday. People don't like Thursdays. I like Thursdays. You like Thursday night games, anybody? Because I really enjoy Thursday night games. I think they're fun. I think when they're division games too, especially. I wish they would just make bigger matchups so people would actually have to care about them. And people are always like, "Oh, it's a short week." All right, we'll give them the bye week the next week or something like that. If you're gonna put them on a Thursday, do something like that, or do like make it where they don't play until like the next Monday. There's no reason you can't do that. Sunday you got Dolphins, Seahawks. Of course, you got Chiefs, Falcons. That's on Sunday night. You got Giants, Browns, Packers, Titans, Bears, Colts, Texans, Vikings, Eagles, Saints, Chargers, Steelers, Broncos, Buccaneers, Panthers, Raiders, Ravens, Cowboys, 49ers, Rams, Lions, Cardinals. Then you got a doubleheader on Monday. I don't understand why they do this. Like, we like football. If you really want us to not care about a game and get two teams out early and maybe play them next Monday, like, or just don't do it at all, put them on Thursday night. Put a doubleheader because we're not gonna care. We're gonna watch one of them, but quit putting it on Monday night. I like seeing these matchups. So like, if I could watch one of these games, I'd probably want to watch the Jaguars Bills on primetime. There's no reason to have two primetime games. The Commanders and the Bengals, that's the primetime game. The LSU quarterback versus LSU quarterback. Two Heisman winners. I still like the Jaguars Bills. I think it's a better game. I just hope that the Commanders play real well, so it's an actual really game. And I hope in my fantasy, so I can stop going 0-2, that Scary Terry will do something with Jaden Daniels. That'd be cool. That'd be awesome. I'm 0-2 in the ESPN league that I care about. Thanks. I know it's fantasy, but I'm going to need you to do better. I'm just saying. I'm going to need you to do better because you're not helping me out at all whatsoever. Braves are up 6-1 by the way, Yorkie. Go Braves. We already talked about baseball. Quit going back to baseball, damn it. Man, how about that ass kicking? Flip it over to some college football because we got a bunch of stuff going on this weekend too. We got a good bit of games this weekend in college football too. We got to talk about some recaps though. How about Hank Brown in Auburn? Whooping that ass on New Mexico. It's like the 5th highest ranked quarterback rating in college football. Georgia almost lost one to Kentucky, 13-12. Alabama beat that ass in the second half against Wisconsin. Kind of just really led the majority of the game. But Tyler Van Dyke getting hurt, that might have been, I mean, they probably would have made it a little bit close. They probably would have scored 17 maybe if Van Dyke was playing. Arch Manning came in because Quinn Ewers has like a abdomen injury or something like that. Everyone's like, oh, is Arch Manning in the Heisman talk? That's just shit on Jalen Milroe. It's like, no. Shit on him. Let's go Arch Manning. I mean, yeah, 4 touchdowns, 223 yards, and he had a rushing touchdown, right? They had like 5 total. Ole Miss beat the piss out of Wake Forest 40-6. That Boston College Missouri game was great. That was one of the picks I had. I had Boston College. I had fucking Wake Forest. Thanks, buddies. Should have picked Kentucky in that game. I didn't pick the Kentucky-Georgia game. Picked Alabama big. So that was my 3 wins. I think my 2 losses were South Carolina. Thanks. I think they were favored. Weren't they favored? Let me see here. Usually it'll tell you. Were they favored? Yeah, oh no, LSU was 6.5. So no, I went 4-1. What is that? What is that coming? stupid commercials from ESPN. So I did do good. They won. They only won by 3. So I went 4-1. I was wrong. I picked South Carolina. What was my other one? Here. I picked the South Carolina game, so I think I went 4-1. Oh, I picked Oregon. I picked Oregon State. That was the other one. And they got shellacked. So yeah, I went 4-1. I thought for some reason South Carolina was favored in that LSU game, and I was completely wrong. Michigan beat Arkansas State 28-18. Notre Dame beat Purdue 66-7. Nebraska beat Northern Iowa 34-3. Tulane, Oklahoma. Oklahoma beat Tulane 34-19. Coach Summerall's 1-2. It's all right. He's gonna be all right when he starts conference play. Looking at this weekend, here's some games around the top 25. We'll give some bets, and we'll give our takes probably tomorrow. We'll do a stream tomorrow too, before the Thursday night game. Try to get that in, watch the rest of that Thursday night game. But definitely try to figure that out and give you some takes on that and kind of recap those. And when we'll give you the high school games too that are going on this weekend. Grissom got beat bad, 50-23. A lot of good games throughout the entire high school football scene around here. So we'll give you those talks too in the next segment, the next podcast. Top 25 matchups. Friday night you got Illinois and Nebraska. You got Marshall and Ohio State. That game on Saturday is the big noon kickoff. That's on Fox, which is crazy. But the Marshall Ohio State game, NC State Clemson, Arkansas State Iowa State, Kent State Penn State, USC Michigan. Wear them glasses. I saw it. I said it correctly. I don't know what I did with my glasses. We'll have to find them later. We'll have to find those glasses later because we do not have them, sir. We're going naked right now. You're telling me to wear them glasses or wear them glasses? Kent State, Penn State, USC Michigan. That'll be a good game. UCLA, LSU. I don't understand why they've been doing this matchup. They've been doing this quite a bit. I don't understand why they have this fascination with this game. But it got the Big Ten SEC matchup this weekend too. I like that. If that's what I've said before. If you give me Big Ten SEC, ACC Big 12, Big 12 SEC, whatever, ACC SEC, whatever, ACC Big 10, give me those games and put them on like some of the best nights, or put them on, at a 2:30 kickoff where it's going to be on CBS because it's Big 10, or ABC because it's SEC, or ESPN because it's ACC Network, or Big 12 on Fox. Like, give me all that. I would love that. But like Fox, they'd be like, "Oh, we got to have it at noon and have Gus Johnson do the game." My God, he said somebody's name and it was like the wrong player, and he was like Jam Miller or something like that. He just said the name after he got it wrong, and he just said it like he was like cheering his name. He's a very wild, elaborate announcer, but he's just a little too much sometimes, especially for football. Especially how like kind of slow paced it is. It like that was funny though. I picked that up real quick. I was like, why is he doing? I was like, why is he doing a bit? He's doing a bit. I think he's doing a bit. Like, it's ridiculous. Miami, Ohio plays Notre Dame, Georgia Tech, Louisville, Buffalo, and Northern Illinois. Hopefully Northern Illinois can keep going. 2-0 right now. As they start Maction. Utah, Oklahoma State, Vanderbilt, Missouri. Missouri better watch out. Be on upset alert. I'd take Vandy right here because Missouri is a 20-point favorite on Vandy. We're talking about Vandy last year, or are we talking about Vandy this year? I think Vandy hangs in this game. I think you could be really, really careful. Really careful, Missouri. You might end up getting upset in this game. Give me Vanderbilt plus 20. Heck yeah, I'll take that all day. Miami, South Florida, Tennessee, Oklahoma. Definitely give me Tennessee's favored. Give me Oklahoma at home. With that many points, -7, I'll take that. I'll just give you my picks right now. We're already talking about it. We're already trying to fill space. We're not trying to go super long either. We're going to try to kind of focus this on like an hour and have some downtime because I did not sleep the last 2 days working some games. I look absolutely death tired. Illinois, Nebraska. Let's give you this. Let's just give you this. We'll give you some that I'm gonna do with the picks on like Friday or whatever. Illinois, Nebraska. Nebraska 7.5 point favorite. Yes, do it. Them at home against Illinois. Let's see. Marshall, Ohio State. Ohio State minus 40. Give me Marshall to cover. Give me Marshall to cover. It's a big noon kickoff. I don't know. Ohio State might be feeling themselves, but that's a lot of points. That's a lot of friggin' points. Clemson's a minus 20.5 point favorite against NC State. I would take NC State all day. Minus 20.5? Yes. Iowa State, Arkansas. I don't know. I might take Arkansas State here at minus 22. Or at plus 22. Because if Iowa State's favored by that many, and they look so bad, I mean, I get it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a big Iowa State fan, but I just feel like that is Arkansas State that bad? They're 2-1. I think I'd take Arkansas State here. That's a lot of points. Kent State, Penn State. Penn State's going to beat the brakes out of Kent State. Michigan, USC. Give me USC. They're favored by minus 5.5, but give me USC could go in there and beat Michigan at home. Michigan's not very, but Michigan's playing some guy named Orji quarterback. So we'll see how that goes. But I'd still take USC at minus 5.5. UCLA and LSU. This crazy matchup they keep doing every single time. I don't know why they do it, but I like it. Give me UCLA to cover. LSU to win at home. Baton Rouge. But minus 24 at home. LSU really show me much on offense either. Even though Nussmeier's 10-2, he's only thrown two interceptions, 10 touchdowns. Almost got 1,000 yards. He will after this game. That's why he could be a problem. That's what I'm talking about. LSU could still be a problem. They beat South Carolina. Okay, they could lose this game and still make a run at 10-2. So let's just chill out right now. Talking about Alabama, Texas, Georgia. Who knows? I have more faith in LSU and Nussmeier than I do Wegman and Texas A&M or Brady Cook in Missouri. You know what I mean? Like, I would sit there and just say that and just be like, I have a lot of faith. It's LSU. It's still LSU. They're always still a problem. But they also could go 9-3, 8-4. I don't know. We'll have to see. Miami, Ohio, and Notre Dame. Notre Dame's a 28-point favorite. They beat the brakes off of Purdue. Miami, Ohio's 0-2. I would probably take Notre Dame here. They could go run the table, too. They only lost one game. Georgia Tech, Louisville, minus 10. Give me Georgia Tech to cover, even though Louisville's at home. Northern Illinois feeling themselves 2-0 against Buffalo. Buffalo might come and upset them. I'm going to take Buffalo here. I like Northern Illinois. I'm glad what they did, beating Notre Dame. But who knows? Keep it close. Give me Buffalo. Utah and Oklahoma State. I'll take Oklahoma State. Two quarterbacks that are 49 years old in combined age. Bowman's like 24 and Rising is 25. And I saw like something that was like they tried to describe them. Oh, I can't remember what it was. It was pretty bad. It was a pretty bad description, but it was actually pretty right. Vanderbilt, Missouri. Yeah, I said that already. Give me Vandy. Looking at any other games, I gave you Tennessee, Oklahoma. Miami, South Florida. Miami's a 16.5 point favorite against South Florida. I probably would take Miami here. A lot of points, though. Texas is a 44.5 point favorite. That's a crazy pick. A crazy, crazy pick. As against UL Monroe, who's 2-0. Give me UL Monroe to cover. It's 44.5. Kansas State, BYU. Kansas State's a 6.5 point. Give me BYU. BYU's going to upset Kansas State. Bank it. Put it on Money in the Bank. BYU upsets Kansas State. Kansas State almost lost. They should have lost to Tulane. Thanks, refs. And then Ole Miss has got to play Georgia Southern at home. So I gave you some of my picks. I gave you some of that. Gave you a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Looking at some NFL games throughout the week. Of course, we said Patriots-Jets. Jets are 6-point favorites. I think they keep it close. I think this game's going to be pretty close. It's a Thursday night game, too. It'd be a real, low-scoring affair. Aaron Rodgers, he's got 3 touchdowns and 1 interception, but I think it's going to be a heavy run game in these 2 games. This game. Jets are 6-point favorites. I'd take the Patriots here. Seattle's a 4-point favorite against the Dolphins. See, that's the thing about the Dolphins defense. I don't know how good or bad the Dolphins defense are. I think they paid way too much money to Jalen Ramsey. But it's kind of like me with the Falcons with AJ Terrell. It's like, yeah, you had to re-sign him, but that's a lot of money. And to get burnt by Devontae Smith, which it is Devontae Smith. But I think they played real well. And I think that the Dolphins defense can play real well, but they got Skylar Thompson against. Geno Smith's been playing really well, especially in the last 2 years, especially with this new scenery being on the Seahawks. They're at home. They're 2-0. They're playing the 1-1 Dolphins with Skylar Thompson. I think the Seahawks could win it here, and I think I'll take the 4 points. The Chiefs are -3.5 against the Falcons, and it's at home. It's at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and you're going to give the Chiefs a -3.5. I thought it'd be higher, honestly. As a Falcons fan, I thought it would be higher, to be honest with you. Maybe the Falcons cover on a field goal. Younghoe Koo field goal, win by 3. Or the Chiefs could do the same thing, and you could still pick the Falcons to cover. Giants, Browns. The Giants are bad. They might be picking a new quarterback. They might be drafted number 1 overall if the Panthers aren't. Panthers play the Giants this year? I'd have to look. Cleveland's a 6.5-point favorite. I think them at home against the Giants. I think the Giants are going to be 0-3. You think you could take it too with the 6.5. Tennessee and Packers is basically a pick-em. It's Tennessee at home. Packers don't play really well at the Titans. Last time I think it was they got beat 44-28 or whatever. That's really hard. That's what she said. Malik Willis, against Will Levis. So that's the great storyline behind that one. Where's the cheese, Danny? How much cheese is too much cheese before a date? Any amount of cheese is too much cheese before a date. Nah, it's basically a pick'em. It's Malik Willis. That's why it's a pick'em. It's Malik Willis versus Will Levis. And I think Will Levis might beat him because they're at home, but I could see where the game is going to be so rigged for Malik to win again as the starting quarterback because he's visiting the Titans. This is the team to get rid of you. And then he'll have a Sam Darnold moment in the locker room where he's like, you should have never cut me. It's not as good as, you like that? You like that? I didn't even throw enough that today. But seriously, that cheesy Sam Darnold shit, you never should have cut me. They do that. Stop. Get out of here. I hope he gets humbled by the Texans. And it's just all right, man, keep talking that shit. And it's they're going to do the same thing for Malik Willis. He's going to somehow win this game Malik Willis is going to win this game against Will Levis at Titans. He's going to go to the locker room and do that same Sam Darnold shit. You never should have cut me. Watch. But as a pick'em, give me the Titans. They're favored, though. It's -1.5. This is basically a pick'em, too. Colts and Bears. The Colts are at home. And I think they stay to the ground, play good defense, and make Caleb Williams make bad decisions because he hasn't really shown us much. And Anthony Richardson can't stop throwing picks, though. I think give me Indy at home. They're -1. The Texans and Vikings, like I said, I got to eat crow if the Vikings come out and Sam Darnold just beats the brakes off the Texans. He's just playing really good right now. But give me Houston at -2 away at the Vikings. Eagles and Saints against Yorkie Saints. I have to give the Saints here. They're at home. They're at home. Eagles on the road. If they play as good offense, they can beat that secondary. Y'all should, the Saints should be able to score in the red zone, outside the red zone, whatever. Sustained drives. It's not a very like, the Eagles defense isn't as like formidable as it has been in the past. And the offense is honestly, Cam Jurgens is a great center. And I forgot the tackle's name, but you got a great offensive line. And Jalen Hurts is going to be Jalen Hurts. There's going to be roll right, throw out of bounds, throw to the other team, make bad decisions. I mean, one bad non-catch, and that's how the Falcons win, basically, because of sustained drive. But that defense broke at home against a Falcons team that has just been miserable to watch. Miserable to watch on drives like that. So, I think they're going to be able to beat them. Saints might be 3-0. Let's see. Chargers, Steelers. Steelers at home. Let me get the Steelers. They're going to be riding high. Everybody keeps doubting them. Justin Fields should have been a Falcon. No. I think they beat the Chargers here. Chargers aren't very good away. That's going to be tough to win at the Steelers. Broncos, Buccaneers. I don't know. I mean, shoot. How good are the Buccaneers this year? Beating the Lions. I feel like they do that every year in the NFL, where they lose a big playoff game, and then the next year it's always like the week 1, 2, 3 game, and then they beat them. So how good are the Buccaneers? They're playing Bo Nix, 0-2, and the Broncos. 6.5-point favorites. Give me the Buccaneers. They're at home. Raiders and Panthers. How good are the Raiders? They're 1-1. They beat the Ravens. They got to play the Panthers. They're going to beat the Panthers. They're -5 at home against the Panthers. Ravens and Cowboys. This should be a real shit fest. Both quarterbacks just giving up the ball. Hopefully Derrick Henry will score. Baltimore it's basically a pick 'em. It's -1 against the Cowboys. Give me the Ravens. I don't know how good the Cowboys are. Defense might crumble again like that. 49ers, Rams. How bad are the 49ers and Rams? The Rams are 0-2. The 49ers are 1-1. How do you lose games like that? No problem, man. We're at about 45 minutes in. We're going to do it closer to an hour. So we've just been kind of giving our picks, breaking down everything. We were kind of talking about some stuff earlier. We're just kind of keep it a short stream tonight, because we're going to stream tomorrow, because I am absolutely tired. I worked 2 doubles yesterday and the day before, and so it's been one of those nights like probably want to go to bed early tonight. We don't know football because the 49ers and Rams, again, terrible records, somehow just losing games against likes of the Arizona Cardinals. Bucks, seriously. Bucks might be 3-0. Saints might be 3-0. Falcons could be 2-1. Doubt it. But at home, could beat the Chiefs. Chiefs aren't very good during the regular season. They'll do something, Taylor Swift magic, voodoo, whatever you want to call it. They'll end up doing something great later on down the road. So I don't understand. It's kind of like when the Vikings, like, if you go look at how many games of, like, especially the Falcons last year should have won, probably made the playoffs, and you lose to, like, the Vikings, who we thought coming into this year were going to be so bad, but who knows? The Vikings, for all I know, honestly, we don't even know football. They could go beat the Texans and be 3-0. Sam Darnold could revitalize his career somehow. Doubt it, but that's going to be tough to watch when you just sit there and watch. We're already talking about the Malik Willis thing. He's returning to the Titans. Malik Willis could win, go have one of his Sam Darnold moments, be like, they never should have cut me, and then win that game because it's the Packers, and they're just a great organization that just does nothing but win, just like the Steelers. All these great franchises that just know how to win. And it doesn't matter how bad your team is and how dismal your team looks. Because the only way the Falcons won is because Saquon Barkley can't catch. but it's tough. And I don't like this doubleheader on Monday. Don't give me this doubleheader on Monday. Because, I mean, the Cardinals game, that Lions-Cardinals game, by the way, because the Falcons game is the Sunday night game. But that Lions-Cardinals game, by the way, how good are the Cardinals? Like, seriously. I hate it as a fan watching them play the Cardinals. The rivalry, just every single time that they came to Mercedes-Benz, it was always, or when they went away from Mercedes-Benz, it was always a problem. It was going to be a loss. I think it was like, I forgot. I used to know the stretch it was before they had won one finally at their place. Because it's ridiculous. And I mean, like, the Lions, I just knew it. I friggin' knew it. And I'm gonna look bad because a lot of my predictions are looking bad right now because a lot of the teams that I said would win their division are not looking good right now. Like the Lions. I mean, when your owner's going over here telling that like people want to come here and people want to win and all this other stuff, and you sign 2 old wide receivers, it speaks volume on how bad you are. Nobody wants to go to the Lions and win. You had one good year. Calm down. I mean, seriously. Oh, yeah. There's a rivalry. I would say there's a rivalry between. They were a West team. There's a rivalry there. They always played that game too, like early on. I don't know. I don't understand why. I don't even know if they play them this year or not. I don't think they played them. I think they played them last year. Let's see. Do they play the Cardinals? No. They don't even play. Let's see. They don't even play no, they play the Seahawks. That's the only West team they play. There's just not enough yeah, they don't play the Cardinals this year. But I agree with you on that though. With the Lions and the Cards. I'm here but playing COD with the wife. Is the wife playing COD? That's even better. That's like perfect. Now you're good. We're getting close to time. We're gonna probably close it out right quick. We'll probably go through on this day in history and then we'll probably finish it up. We were gonna do close to an hour anyway, and then we were gonna do tomorrow. Doubleheader game though, by the way. Jaguars, Bills. Bills is favored by 5. Commanders, Bengals. 2 LSU quarterbacks. 2 Heisman winners. I mean, Cincinnati's 7.5 point favorite at home against the Commanders. I think I would take the Bengals here in those points. I just don't know how good the Commanders are. Jane Daniels hadn't really shown me anything. Scary Terry hadn't shown me anything. I need Brian Robinson to do something. Jaguars and Bills. And I don't know why they split the Monday night game. You could have just put the Commanders Bengals at noon and we would have been fine. Give me the Jaguars Bills. I want to see Trevor Lawrence against Josh Allen. I want to see James Cook and ATN. That would be a good Monday night game. I don't understand why they would split that and just have a good matchup like that. And then give me a game like the Patriots and the Jets on a Thursday night. All right. Enough sports talk. Finishing out with some history. On this day in history, 1811, a British East India Company force led by Baron Minto conquers Java, part of the Dutch East Indies, and Stanford Raffles is appointed to lieutenant governor. In 1812, good God, what a hudgling score up for a doubleheader on Monday night. Like, really? Yeah, you could get Ravens Cowboys. Well, I mean, Thursday night's Chiefs Falcons. After not even having a primetime game last year, you're going to put the Falcons and Chiefs back-to-back primetime games. You got to get it early. They were like, we got to get it early. They were like, this is the Falcons, this Falcons. They already knew. The script's already written. The Falcons are just going to be bad. That's why we got the Jaguars Bills early. We don't know how bad the Jaguars are going to be later on. It's like every time that they would try to put like a Giants game when they had when they had Daniel and they had when they had Daniel Jones and they had Saquon Barkley, that they would always keep putting that game on there And it was just like, okay, we're done with this. We don't want to watch this. Well, but plenty of New Yorkers want to watch this. Plenty of Giants fans want to watch this. But not just sports fans. We don't want to watch that. Like, I'm sorry. I want the Jaguars to be good because I want this to be a really good Monday night game. That it's like, oh, well, the sex appeal of two. We have to have this on TV too, of two LSU quarterbacks going up against each other. Like, come on. Get out of here with that. Back to history. 1812, Great Fire of Moscow burns out after 5 days, destroys 75% of the city, and kills 12,000 people. In 1873, government bond agent J. Cook and Company collapses, causing panic on Wall Street and the start of the Panic of 1873 and Long Depression. 1914, the Irish Home Rule Bill receives royal assent. 1931, the Mukden Incident. To create a pretext of the invasion of Manchuria, China, the Japanese detonate a small quantity of dynamite close to a railway line owned by Japan's South Manchuria Railway. 1947, CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, officially comes into existence after being established by President Truman in July. In 1976, the Chinese Communist Party chairman Mao Zedong's funeral takes place in Beijing, China. Look at some birthdays. It's Trajan. Remember Trajan? The one of the Roman emperors between 98 and 117 AD who rebuilt Rome, Trajan's Forum, and expanded the empire, born in Italica, ancient Hispania. Let's see here. Samuel Johnson, English scholar and lexicographer? Lexicographer? I cannot say that word. He was born in Lichfield, Staffordshire. That's a dog. Staffordshire is a dog. We're trying to get intelligence talk over here. We're not going to give it to you. Let's see here. There's a lot of trying to see if we can find some names on here that I can tell from ones that you would know. Starts getting better once you get further down. Here. Sometimes it misses some. That's what you have to like look. Here. Not a whole lot of like old birthdays. Scotty Bowman, he's 91 today. 1933 Canadian NHL player and coach, Montreal Canadiens, Detroit Red Wings, born in Montreal, Quebec. Here. Ken Brett, American baseball player, born in Brooklyn, New York. He died in 2003. A lot of hockey players. Darryl Sittler, 74 birthday, 1950 Canadian Hockey Player Hall of Fame center. NHL record for most points in a game at 10, born in St. Jacobs, Ontario. Rick Pitino, American basketball coach. He was born today in New York City in 1952. Darryl Stingley, 1951, American NFL wide receiver, 1973-77 with the Patriots, born in Chicago, Illinois. He died in 2007. Tommy Tuberville, Senator Tommy Tuberville, American football coach and politician, Senator Republican of Alabama in 2021, born in Camden, Arkansas. Tommy Tuberville's birthday today. Ryan Sandberg, 1959, he's 65 today. 1959 American Baseball Hall of Fame infielder, 10-time MLB All-Star, NFL MVP in 1984, 9-time Gold Glove Award, Chicago Cubs, and manager of the Phillies 2013-15, was born in Spokane, Washington. James Gandolfini died in 2013. He was born in 1961. American actor, The Sopranos. He was born in Westwood, New Jersey. Here, anything else before we round it out and get out of here? Appreciate everybody being in here tonight. We're going to redo it tomorrow. I'm just really tired. That's the reason why we're not going crazy long. Jada Pinkett Smith. She was born in 1971. She's 53 today. American actress, Set It Off, Nutty Professor, Menace to Society, born in Baltimore, Maryland. Lance Armstrong, 53 today, 1971, American road cyclist, cheater, banned for illegal drug use, and he was born in Plano, Texas. See here. Ronaldo. Not the same Ronaldo, you know. Brazilian Ronaldo. 48th birthday, 1976. He's a retired soccer player. He was born in Rio de Janeiro. Here. His birth was not registered until the 22nd, but he was born on the 13th. Let's see here. Anybody else? Try to find Victor Hovland, 1997, Norwegian golfer. He was born in 1997, really? Damn, he's young. I think that's it. All right, well, appreciate everybody as always. We'll be on tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. We'll catch you on the flip side. And make sure you hit up all the socials. You want to donate to the channel, all that stuff, just hit us up. Cash App, Venmo, Cash App, $, Coach Grizzle, Venmo, at Mass Braves. If you want to support the channel in any way, we got to eat. We got to keep this thing going. We got to keep this thing flowing. So thank you so much as always. And we'll break down more of what's going on throughout the Thursday night matchup. And then we'll also try to break down some high school matchups too. Try to recap some of those high school matchups as well, and kind of give you my take on this week. I said week 4. It was week 3. It's week 4 because of week 0. So we'll break all that down, and we'll try to give you my analysis on that. But thank you, everybody. Everyone have a good rest of your day. Peace.
I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone. They might be going to call George Brett out.
Well, he is. He's out.
Yes, sir.
Brett is out. Look at this. Brett is out. And
He's steaming mad.
he is out.
Swung, fly ball deep left center. Grissom on the run. Yes, yes, yes. The Atlanta Braves have given you a championship.
Auburn going after it. Here's a good snap. It is blocked. It is blocked. It's caught on the run. It's caught on the run. He's going to score. David Wagner. David Wagner has scored. And Auburn is tied the game.
It's good! It's good! It's good! It's good! It's good! It's good! Van Tippen has won the ball game. Alabama has beaten Auburn!
I'd like for the people to remember me as being a winner, because I ain't never been that winner.